Hi, I'm Sean Seward with Keller Williams Realty Gold, and here with me today is Kevin Lovely. He works with SIPS Construction, that's structurally insulated panel systems, and he's taking some time out of his day to answer some questions that we have. Hi Kevin, how are you today?
Doing fine, John. How are you?
Very good. So Kevin, how water resistant are these snap and lock panels?
Well, theoretically, if there was no doors or windows, you could survive a flood in the things. They have a channel where they snap together that you fill with an adhesive sealant before you install it on the slab. Then when you put it down to fasten it to the slab, after you click these together and attach it, once that sealant dries,
You seal
it's
it right
waterproof. Yeah, you do it on the inside and the outside. It's totally waterproof, insect-proof,
Awesome,
moisture-proof.
awesome. Well, how are these panels affected by pests like termites?
They're inorganic, so there is no effect on them. I mean, there's no ants, there's no roaches, no spiders. Well, I mean, if you leave a door open, obviously, we get in. But as far as migrating through the panels, no termites, no wood-boring insects, no mold, no mildew, fire resistant.
Not even in the trusses. There are no trusses in these homes for the termites to get to?
The roof is made out of these panels as well, so there's no wood. The only wood that would be in the house would be if the homeowner elected to put wood in the house, because even when we frame the interior walls are metal studs and drywall. So the only thing there would be in the wood category in the house that might attract pests would be the trim, the doors, and the cabinets.
Wow.
Other than that, or like wood flooring if they used it.
That is amazing. That is truly amazing. Now, why are these snap and lock SIPs, why are these better than other metal SIPs?
Because they're structural. They're ICC rated to be not only used for the walls, as I just said, we can also use them for the roof, which is something that, as far as we're aware of at this point in time, no other metal SIPS panel has that capability. We actually have an ICC rating for them, so that they can be not only a load-bearing wall, they can be used as cladding on the exterior walls, they can be used as roofing, they can be used as an interior wall, a fire break wall.
So what are some of the lesser known advantages of using structurally insulated panel systems?
Well, one is you can hopefully increase your fire rating, which will lower your homeowner's insurance. And because if a house is less likely to catch fire, obviously you're going to get a better insurance rating on it.
All right, and
And they're more energy efficient, which results in savings to the customer from a standpoint of your energy costs in a SIPS, in a structural insulated panel system home, will be much less than a standard stick-built home or a block home.
wow. So does one of these snap and lock homes, do they cost more than a conventional home?
It depends on how you look at it. Do they cost more? Initially, yes, they cost a little more from the standpoint of the panels. Obviously, are more expensive than just 2x4s and plywood.
Sure.
But when you consider that your crew can probably dry in a house from start to finish in about a week. So your initial panel cost is a little more than your standard stick-built home, but your labor savings, which is probably one of the biggest costs of building a house, is somewhat substantial. So one offsets the other by a little bit.
So once you told me that these SIPS homes were almost like living in a refrigerator and that the air had to be changed out. Could you tell them about that?
It is definitely, well, if you look at that, that's pretty much like the side of a refrigerator. I mean, your refrigerator's got the walls that go up and across, and it's all insulated, metal on both sides. And that's basically the same concept that keeps insects, pests, water, and air out, protecting the inside. One of the things that this house has as part of the package is a whole house ventilation package, from the standpoint it exchanges the air, because the building envelope is so tight, it exchanges air from the outside, and they have a patented process by which they do that, so that you don't lose conditioned air, but yet you have fresh air that is brought in from outside.
Well, what type of external finishes could I get on one of these homes?
Well, generally speaking, it will come from the factory, just the way you see it here, which is just the powder coated finish that they apply at the factory. But certainly you can put whatever kind of finish you want on there. You can put hardy-word siding on there. You can just paint the exterior siding as it stands. You can put the stucco flex on there. This goes on with a roller if you want it. One of the nice things about that, as opposed to the oriented strand board, is you don't need an exterior vapor barrier like you do with the strand board to keep it from delaminating and from molding. You can put vinyl siding on there, aluminum siding. You can put faux brick or faux stone.
So anything, is there any restrictions?
Your mind.
Okay. Wow. Where can I go and see one of these houses?
Well, you may not know it, but you might have been by one already. I mean, when they're done, they look just the same as any other standard constructed house. You couldn't even really tell the difference. But I mean, if somebody wants to be able to go buy one and stop and really look at it and study it and see what the differences are, see if they can determine whether or not it's for them. I mean, if they give us a call, we can certainly arrange for, okay, there's one in this town or one in that town, and make arrangements to have them see it.
All right.
It's not a problem.
And what's the R value? I mean, everybody likes to know what their insulation
Well,
value is.
The R value is about R30, which is pretty much standard for a standard stick-built or masonry block house. The difference in ours is what they're going to call a Hearst rating, which is a new thing with the state of Florida, and a new thing that they're coming out with overall throughout the whole country, and that's called the Home Energy Rating Score. It used to be LEED points. You were LEED certified, it's certified in green. Nowadays it's a Hearst rating, and ours has the lowest Hearst rating of any structure out there, by far.
You want low? Lower is better?
Yeah, so the lower the better.
Okay.
Generally speaking, a LEED certified, or what they call a greenhouse, a Hearst rating will be like in the mid to upper 40s. That'll be about as good as a builder can get. These will be like in the mid to upper 30s. A typical house will be in the upper 40s to low 50s.
Well, I think the biggest question that's on everybody's mind is, how do you finance one of these homes?
Pretty much any standard lender will finance them. They qualify the same way as a typical home. Generally, they tend to qualify a little bit higher from the standpoint of they're a better structural fit. And if you are approaching that financing from like the Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae standpoint, it will tend to assist you in acquiring financing, because these tend to be more energy efficient.
Well, that's great. I'd rather spend money on my house than on my electric bill.
Absolutely.
Wow, sounds like we're going to be seeing a lot more of these. Well, Kevin, thank you for coming and talking with us. Your company is Greenpoint Construction LLC.
Yes, sir. Greenpoint Construction Services.
Okay.
LLC.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some people contacting you.
Well, that would be nice. We would appreciate that.
Well, we want to thank everybody who watched all this. I hope you feel a lot more informed on this. I know it just blew my mind away when I met Kevin at a builders conference, and I hope you're just as blown away. Feel free to give us a call. We're here for you, and we want to make Florida a better place. It takes all of us to make this sustainable.
Have a nice day. We will see you in the future, we hope. If you have any questions, absolutely feel free to give us a call. We're always here to answer any questions that any potential buyer might have.
in Sarasota.